So what's going on, tool groupies, do-it-yourselfers, weekend warriors, mechanics, beginners? It's the Backwoods Mechanic. Today I'm here to do a little bit of a tool review. So you might be wondering why you're looking at this engine, big V6 Ford engine. Well, it's because sometimes whenever you work on engines, you need specific tools to make your life easier. You need the basics, you need some wrenches, you need some sockets. But along the way, if you're going to work on your stuff and you insist on working on your own stuff, working on other people's stuff, being a beginner in the mechanic field, sometimes you're not going to be able to go out here and invest in all these big expensive tools. It just costs so much money. Sometimes you got things like Snap-on, Cornwell, SK tools, you got Matco, all these other big time name brands out here on the market to choose from. Gear wrench, they're going to run you some money depending on the tools that you want. If you're just now starting out, or you're just a regular old homeowner and you're looking at these tools like, I can't afford them, well, you got to look at a wide variety of tools. And you want tools that make your life easier, such as ratchet wrenches, swivel head ratchet wrenches, stubby ratchet wrenches, and I will put the links to those tool reviews in the description box below, along with the links to this specific tool. Now I do have a set of gear wrench flex head sockets, the metric set, because metric, I most of the time work on vehicles. I want a nice quality set of metrics, but I also work on stuff from time to time that involves industrial machinery, boat repairs, a little bit of everything in between. So I needed a set of standards just in case I get into those tight spots, and that's why I picked up this particular set. Now you can choose from these big variety sets from Snap-on and SK. I don't knock them. They got really good quality stuff. If you're going to invest in the high quality stuff, though, I do recommend that you get the impact style flex head sockets, because they are built more durable and they last twice as long as what your regular chrome ones will. But for just the everyday mechanic, the beginner, stuff of that nature, you know your profession, you know your trade, you know what you are wanting to use these for, how often they're going to be used. Do you really need to invest in some that's going to cost you between $50 to $250? That's a question that you have to ask yourself depending on what it is that you're doing. Now, if you're just now starting out and you want to have these tools to make your life easier, to make your job easier, to get the job done quicker, just whatever it might be, and you don't want to have to spend the money on these big quality tools, I tell you what, it don't hurt a bit to buy some of these lower known name brands. Name brands such as Duralast, Pittsburg Pro, Teq Correct Pro, Craft, you name it, Stanley, if they got these. It don't hurt a bit. If they got a lifetime warranty, go for it, get them. Because you know what, if you break these things, you can take them back, you can have them warrantied out, and you're not out that much money. All you got to do is take them back to the store, they'll warranty and fixes your problem. And then in the future, if you break one, just go back and replace it with one socket at a time, good quality stuff. Or use these types of sockets until you can afford to buy a good quality set of sockets and then sell these or give them to somebody else who's another beginner mechanic. You can always use tools. Now, a lot of people, though, if you're doing work yourself, you got a wide variety of places that you need to get to from time to time, and you don't want to have to take 1,000 different things off just to be able to get to a fastener, get to a bolt head. And what you want is tools to make your life easier, such as these flex head sockets. And that's exactly what they're meant for. You don't need them all the time. You don't use them all the time. You only use them on certain occasions when you need to make your life easier. They are flat rate tools. I call them flat rate tools because if you work and you're getting paid flat rate, well, you want to get the job done just as quickly as possible. And regular old sockets sometimes, you know, it's just going to have to lag you back a little bit. It's going to take twice as long to get the job done. So you invest in particular sockets like these specialty sockets. That way, whenever you get into a job and you get into tight spaces, in the engine bay, on machines, whatever it is that you work on, then guess what? You have these to go to, and it didn't cost you an arm and a leg to get them. This particular set of sockets, Teq Correct Pro, I picked up from CarQuest for right around $25. Now, you can find them online. You can find them in AutoZone, Auto Value, CarQuest. I like CarQuest because they always warranty their stuff out. They always stand by what they sell. So that's why I go there. Now, this particular set, there is different versions of Teq Correct. A lot of people might not know this brand. But if you go out here and you buy it, there is just flat out Teq Correct. And Teq Correct doesn't have lifetime warranty in a lot of their products. So make sure when you buy things, such as some of their products, they're in the red and white box as opposed to the blue and white box. The blue and white is Teq Correct Pro. Pro is where they give you that little bit extra. And it's got a lifetime warranty on it. So if you do break these, they will replace them. Now, let's get into this particular set. It is a Teq Correct Pro 7-piece flex socket set, 3/8 drive, 6-point standard size. Product number TP80564D. And on the back of the box, it will tell you it has chamfered lead in for faster, easier placement onto fasteners. Innovative contact point design virtually eliminates the rounding off of fasteners. Chrome vanadium steel / nickel chrome plated sockets. And of course you get the 7-piece 3/8 drive 6-point flex sockets in standard size 3/8, 7/16, 1/2 inch, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, and 3/4. And this particular set is made in Taiwan, which means it's going to be made of a little bit better quality steel than what you would get from places like China. Gear Wrench also has their sets like these made in Taiwan also. So this is going to be a pretty good quality set of tools. Now whenever you pull them out of the box, whenever you first get them, of course they are going to be on a socket rail. It's a basic little cheap plastic socket rail. It's nothing special, nothing major, but it's good enough just to throw these in your toolbox, pull them out when you need them, take them where you need them at. This will be perfectly fine for the average everyday person, for the regular old mechanic. Nice and organized, and they do fit inside of your toolbox fairly easily. As you can see right here, it's got cut plastic so that it will force it together and hold the socket on the drive. And if you look at the actual sockets, it will have engraved on it Teq Pro and the size. In this case, 3/4 of an inch. And you can see the chrome nickel plating, and they do swivel like universal joints. They swivel back and forth so you can get into nice tight places, and you can see where it is laser cut design and the chamfered part. Now you see how it kind of has a hump right here in the middle in between. These are made that way so that it'll have something to grab onto on the body of the fastener or the bolt head to where it puts more torque on it, more pressure on it. That's why they're rounded off that way, so it grabs it better for those of you who do not know. Now, as I said, these are something you will not use all the time. They're not going to be your go-to sockets for every little job, but they are going to be sockets that you absolutely need if you want to make your life easier, if you want to make it get done faster, whatever it is you're working on, that it ain't going to hurt you to go pick up a set of these in metric and in standard both, depending on what your job is. Me, I've got both sets. My other set is actually a gear wrench set. It's metric, and I will eventually do a comparison video, so subscribe if you want to see that and compare them back and forth. But here's one thing I want to show you. These make your life easier because they can get into places, they can swivel into places and get where no other socket can. On top of that is shallow right here, so it's real short and stubby, so it reduces the length of your sockets whenever you're getting into those nice tight places. Just as this right here, this is a 9/16. Now this right here is a 9/16 socket on top of a universal joint, but it is not a 3/8 drive. This is not 3/8 drive. And the reason I'm not comparing it to a 3/8 drive is because of this. The 1/4 inch drive is smaller than what the 3/8 drive universal is. And the facts is, this 1/4 inch drive with a 1/4 inch socket on it is still taller than what this flex head socket is here. So that means if you had a 3/8 drive one, it's going to be twice as long as that one. So you see the difference between the shallow and the non-shallow. So if you need to get into really, really tight places and you need that extra little bit of room, the extra little 1/4 of an inch, these shallow flex head sockets are going to be exactly what you need, because even the 1/4 inch drive is going to be too long. And on top of that, if you want to get a little bit extra, you can always pick up this long handled flex head ratchet that they've got. It is also by Teq Correct Pro. It has a lifetime warranty on it. It is 84 tooths. I have used this thing a few dozen times. The 84 teeth sound really good. And the great thing about that is you can place this on here, you can get into tight spots with it, and you can get into tight spots with this actual ratchet. So if you get into really complicated places and you need to be able to get into tight, complicated places, you need this set of sockets along with a ratchet by Teq Correct Pro. And it's actually decent quality stuff. Like I said, I've used this ratchet a few dozen times so far. You can turn this ratchet on its side like so and have it on your arm, and you can use it to twist and turn whatever it is that you're working on. So you can get straight in to really tight places down inside of the engine at tight angles because you have the flex head sockets, and then you can work it back and forth because you have got two special tools that can make your life a lot easier, make you get your jobs done a lot faster. Such as right here. I am way down in here, down inside the engine. Now if you can see it or not, I have this ratchet along with that flex head socket. It's upside down and the socket is actually on the fastener. So I can make my life twice as easy by sitting here and turning it and loosening up that fastener, because I got the tools to make my life easier. And the greatest thing about this is, yes, I do like gear wrench. I do like the snap-on and the Cornwells and the Matco and the Mac tools and all that. However, I like saving money also. And instead of going out here and investing hundreds of dollars in these big-time name brands for special sockets like this, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to buy them in the impact style. But for these, I pick up something basic. I'll use them for the time being until they break, or until I can just have enough money to where I just want to buy them because I have the money to buy them. But these will get the job done. They will do everything I need them to do, and it did not break the bank on me because it was reasonably priced. They're local where I can go to them at several different retailers and get them warrantied out, no problem. Teq Correct Pro. Now one more thing I will show you. Now here's a 3/4 bolt head. It slides right in here. You can see that it fits nice and tight. And that's what them humps are in the center that I was telling you about just a minute ago. Because you want the body to be able to grab inside this socket, to put all the pressure you can inside this socket. Quite frankly, this is probably a metric bolt. And here is another one, as you can see. Fits a lot tighter. So it is matched up good. They will be nice and tight on your bolts, on your fasteners, and they will fit well enough to do your job. So I tell you what, if you're into more tool reviews, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I do a wide variety of work, from industrial work, boat repair, how-to videos, do-it-yourself videos, automotive repair, mobile mechanic work. I do a little bit of everything, and I want to show the basic average everyday American, all the way up to the professional mechanic, what's out here on the market, my reasons behind what I think of them, why you should get them, why you shouldn't. And believe me, when I use these, if they tear up, I'll tell you if they're junk or not. I base everything I have off of experience. I'm not paid by anybody, not endorsed by anybody, not even YouTube. Everything that I have, I buy it with my own money. I'm not giving any tools. So I tell you what, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because whenever I hit 1,101 viewers, I'm going to be giving away some tools that I have done a video on this channel. And that's simply because I want to help somebody else out that's out here trying to make it as a mechanic. I'm the Backwoods Mechanic. I'll see you next time.